You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It is Soap Dirt on YouTube. We have got exciting 2-week spoilers for you. This runs from Monday, June 12th, all the way through Friday, June 23rd on the CBS soap. There is a whole bunch of action, and the second week is when the remote shoot in Italy kicks off. So we're going to tell you everything that happens day by day on week 1. And then for week 2, we've got some undated, very exciting spoilers to share with you. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful casting news, comings and goings, all the good stuff you need to know. All right, let's dig into this. Monday basically is almost a replay of Friday. I'll just tell you that, of Friday, June 9th. All right, so Monday, June 12th on Bold and the Beautiful, we have Brooke Logan saying that she's going to tag along on the Rome trip. She told Hope that she was going to come to specifically watch her and Thomas because she's kind of in the phase where she's not trusting Hope. Meanwhile, what's funny is Liam is not trusting Thomas, even though Steffy warned him, Thomas isn't the one you need to be watching. At least Brooke is savvy enough to realize, because Hope admitted it to her, that her attraction to Thomas is an issue. Of course, Hope lied and sidestepped and reassured Liam without admitting to him that she is into Thomas because she knew he would totally lose it. So Thomas, for his part on Friday, told Brooke, hey, great, glad you're coming to Italy. It's going to be perfect, because he wants to show Brooke that he really has changed. And even though there's been now out loud discussions about, okay, there's chatter around the office that Brooke is into Thomas, Thomas is still saying, no, that can't be true. I mean, he would like it to be true probably, but he doesn't think it is. So that same day on Monday, Hope Logan is still caught up in her little fantasy about Thomas Forrester. Remember on Friday, she was thinking about doing the deed with him and got herself so worked up she had to grab the wall and say, no. She's going to indulge herself some more on Monday, so she's going to be all hot and bothered by the time they get on the plane to Italy this week. Tuesday, June 13th on B&B, we've got Taylor facing backlash for recent choices and behaviors of hers, and I think this is, basically, Ridge didn't hear Taylor out. He heard them yelling at each other, and then he asked to speak to Brooke alone. Taylor took off, and Brooke had a whole bunch to say to Ridge, so he may just be taking Brooke's word as gospel. And I know fans are all torn between whether it's Team Taylor or Team Brooke and who you think broke the pact and who you think should be with Ridge. I maintain that Ridge is the problem here, not these two ladies. Of course, they've been rivals for years, but Ridge's waffling ways are the real issue. Just like when he ran off to Aspen without telling Brooke that he was breaking up with her, and then he just starts trying to get with Taylor. That's his typical behavior, and it has been for decades, and I see no signs of it abating, and for me, I think he's the issue, not the women. Let us know what you think in the comments, though. So Tuesday, Taylor is facing some criticism and backlash, and I assume that's from Ridge. Also, Steffy Forrester makes a promise about something on Tuesday, and I believe that might be she's going to vow to protect Thomas from Hope, because she is very worried that Hope's attraction to him is going to send him backsliding and cause problems. Midweek on B&B, Wednesday, June 14th, we have Taylor having a big letdown coming her way, and I believe this is twofold. First, Ridge makes it clear that Taylor cannot come to Italy. She was excited about it. She said she wanted to see Thomas's triumph, but with her and Brooke at odds and Ridge now leaning back towards Brooke, he can't let Taylor come, and I believe he might actually man up and tell Taylor, hey, I'm going to try being with Brooke again. Wouldn't that be a refreshing change if he was actually honest with the women in his life? Also midweek, Hope Logan says goodbye to Liam, and things are really tense between them. He was suggesting all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Obviously, the lead designer is at a fashion event. That's just fashion 101, and she reminded Liam that he knows this, and then Wyatt started this nonsense last week of telling Liam, oh, just tell Hope to have him on a video conference. And it's like, no. And as she reminded Liam, it's Forrester Creations, and that's Thomas's last name. It's not Logan Creations. I mean, it is Hope for the future, but the Logans don't own that company, and Thomas is the lead designer. But Liam is still just letting his paranoia run wild, and it doesn't help that every time he talks to Wyatt, Wyatt just aggravates Liam. He provokes him. He says things to set him off. It's actually funny. I mean, in a way, it's like he's just is low-key tormenting him. I enjoy when Wyatt freaks Liam out. But then I don't enjoy the fallout from it when Liam goes whining to Hope and just goes to Forrester and just makes a backside of himself. Okay. Thursday, June 15th on Bold and Beautiful, Liam goes to see his father-in-law, Deacon Sharp, and he gets some advice from him. And it looks like the advice that he gets is not to trust Thomas and to trust his gut because of what Liam does the next day. We'll talk about that in just a second. Also on Thursday, Hope has no idea how many people are keeping an eye on her behavior. Okay, so Brooke is watching her, and Brooke already told her that. Steffi's watching her, and Hope should know that. But a lot of other people, because this chatter is going around the office, people are watching. Thomas is probably watching Hope too, because this bug has been put in his ear. And Liam is definitely going to try to keep an eye on things, but that seems hard with her heading to Rome and him being left behind in LA. Friday, June 16th is when the Forrester team hops on the jet to head to Rome. We've got the Forrester pilot Trevor flying everybody over there. And we are going to see that same day back in LA, RJ Forrester getting some one-on-one attention. I'm not sure if that's from a cute model, because we know they're giving him a love interest, or if it's time spent with the people who are not going, including his granddad, Eric Forrester. Liam makes a decision on Friday and leaps into action. I believe that Liam is going to decide, I can't be left behind. I don't trust Thomas. And he's going to try and bully his way onto the Forrester plane, or he's going to borrow the Spencer jet, but he is definitely going to Italy. We know this because he is the only one of the 7 actors and characters that were at the remote shoot that doesn't make sense for him to be there. Why the heck is Liam in Rome? Obviously, because he showed up. And we mentioned this on another video, but the promo photos, the way they arranged people for the promo shots over there is very interesting. In the middle, we've got Carter and we've got Ridge and Brooke, those 3. Then we've got Steffi to the left. Next to Steffi is Liam. And then all the way down at the other end on the right is Hope standing by Thomas. It definitely seems like Rome could be where we finally get some action for Thomas and Hope. A lot of people hate the idea of it because of his past behaviors and everything, but she obviously is hot for him. And for me, at least watching all the buildup that's been going on really for a couple of years, if they don't at least have something, some sort of intimacy, whether it's kissing or something, I'm going to be really annoyed that they have been, pulling my leg for this long without giving me anything for it. Also, in the second week, the information says the Italy trip changes everything. And that to me feels twofold. First, for Brooke and Ridge, they are canoodling. I've seen the behind the scenes shot. They are kissing, they're hand-holding, their romance is in full bloom, but everything indicates more than one couple, right? So I do think that something is going to happen between Thomas and Hope, and I definitely think Liam is going to, if he doesn't see them engaged in a clinch or a kiss or something, I think he will at least get the sense and realize, okay, Steffi was right. Steffi was telling me the truth, and Hope wasn't honest with me. That should be a lot of fun. We also see in week 2, Ridge gaining some clarity. That's a very vague spoiler, but I am sure it's about the fact that he is going to pursue his destiny with Brooke. And if you're a Brooke and Ridge fan, week 2 is the week for you to watch. If you are a Taylor and Ridge fan, you may want to fast forward through that second week because it is not going to go your way. Also in week 2, Hope for the Future has a glamorous and unforgettable fashion event in Rome. If you haven't seen a lot of the behind the scene footage, they're in these amazing gowns. They're like at these really iconic sites all over Rome. It looks really exciting. And I'm sure we're going to get a really huge promo specifically for that Rome shoot. And just to give you an idea of how big it is, one of the guest stars in Rome is opera singer Andrea Bocelli. I hope I'm saying that right. All right, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and Beautiful updates, spoilers, everything you need to know about your favorite soap. The main takeaway from these 2 weeks is this is the breaking point for any possible future for Taylor and Ridge. at least for now, because we know that Ridge still waffles back and forth, but at least for now, it looks like the end of Taylor and Ridge. And also, based on all these spoilers and pictures and promos and the way they're doing things, it looks like it could be the start of something for Thomas and Hope. And I think that's going to make a lot of people's heads explode, but we will wait to see, because a lot of times Bold and the Beautiful builds up to what should be a big storyline crescendo, and right when you're expecting a big climax, a big fight, or people to hit the sheets, or something big to happen, they wimp out and they back off and they just kind of and let the storyline fizzle. I hope they're not doing that this time, but I don't know, because it's Bold and I've seen it so many times over the years. Let us know what you think in the spoilers. What are you looking forward with all the couple action in Italy? We can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.